Alrighty then, so what's up everybody, you can find for you, and I am here with Stock Market Watch for March 2nd, 2017. Now, this is going to be split into two videos. One is going to be the generic cards, such as, the stuff you see every day, and there's going to be another stock market on the Fusion Forces. Since there's so many cards to cover, I can't really do it all in one video personally, and I really don't know how Ryu could have done this. Like, more props to him, what an amazing person he was in terms of what he did for the channel. But yeah, I'm splitting these two things into different videos because there's a lot of cards to cover. There's quite a couple of cards to cover in Fusion Forces. I mean, I've a lot of ground to cover in terms of just generic cards in general for the game. So the way this is gonna be laid out today, this time it's sort of going to be split into some lowest first, some highest first, some best offers because of the fact that some of these cards have some pretty questionable artworks. I don't really feel like showing on screen. Some of them. When I chose lowest first, they have some like hentai orca stuff, or it's like, really, why is it on here? And I don't feel like showing. If you want to look it up for yourself, go ahead. eBay is the place to go for some of this stuff. Just type in the name, that is not pretty much anything that's not lowest first or best. That's not lowest first. Pretty much has some new stuff in it, like showing on screen. So. Never that rambling, let's go and get started with the Crystal Wing Single Dragon, which the highest price is from Australia is like 120, which is normal for Australia. You see like 88, 85. I think I'll book like Chapman Win or something because I keep hearing buzzing. But around the lowest price about $75, $70 for the Crystal Wing Single Dragon. So a fantastic card in the game right now. Just the ability to negate anything, really negate an effect and negate. Not really negate attack, but just gain a power boost on attack. It's a really fantastic card overall. And you fucking saw it. God damn it. Aside from Lord Omega, another one that sort of has some questionable values to in terms of. Well, first, anyway, we have places for $199, $190. You have some from 67, some 68 here. Well, it's roughly around lowest about $60 for say from Lord Omega. You got one for about $56 plus $3 shipping handy, so it's still about $60. So about $60 aside for Lord Omega. If you're playing those nasty good old zombie decks and why is it showing up, that's pretty creepy. Next we have probably one of the most entirely stupid names ever, totally awesome. I'm sorry, I like puns, but it's kind of bad of a pun. Oh god, he's on. Totally awesome. You can see for about $6-7, so you can get a playset for $99. For $100 is really not that bad. Because in fact, there's some of these singles. That's from Australia. No wonder why. Fucking Australia. I wish there was a way I can just section to United States only. I guess. But yeah. About $59, $45 for one from another one Australia. I keep saying Australia. I got it. Remember, this is Australia. $54.94, $50, around about $50 for totally awesome if you want to play like totally heroes. I guess I don't know the name of the deck because I hate the damn name of the card. Pot of Desires, another one. Pot of Desires, you can get a playset of German Pot of Desires, $340. I don't see the point in that personally. Pot of Desires Secret Rare First Edition. Someone's trying to sell that for $250. I personally see it being that expensive, but me personally. More Australia things. I'm not seeing any good singles here. You get two of them for $120. Single one from Australia is like $84.16. So this card is roughly about $100. Now here's in $190 for Pot of Desires, $84 Pot of Desires. 80. So it's lowest price about $7. I'd say lowest price at least five I'm seeing right here is about $70 for a Pot of Desires, and it's up to the hundreds depending on where you're getting it from and the condition is possibly in or how greedy the person is. Then we have Dimensional Barrier, which it's expensive. What can I say? You have $110 for this thing, $99 for it, $98 for it, $91. So roughly about $85 is probably the lowest you're going to get for maybe $80, $85 is the lowest you can get for a Dimensional Barrier. Places are going to cost you a pretty penny. You can have only, yeah, I don't know why you're trying to picture 3 is only 1. That's kind of a clickbait right there, in my personal opinion. It's about $85 for the lowest of traditional conveyor, and the highest is really in like the 120C1 for like 121.03, and you can possibly get a play set for like $267.95, maybe $249, $245. So it's an expensive card for all good reasons. It's a very, very powerful card in general. Sage Eyes of Blue. I actually have a lowest first. We're gonna skip the Japan stuff. Just can't really use. Well, you can use legally now. Am I thinking? Yeah, some for $32.55, $30, $30, $32, $30. So pretty much is roughly about $30, $28 to $30 for a Sage with the Eyes of Blue for America, for English really in general. So if you still want to play that bluish dragon, you might have to pay a little pretty penny for the Sage Eyes of Blue. Next up we have the Zodiac Barrage. It's hard to single out singles when this thing goes a lot more, and little pops and stuff. And lots. It's pretty much what you're gonna get if you're trying to put stuff up. Anyways, Zodiac Barrage, lowest price is like $74, $72, so roughly about $70 for the lowest of Zodiac Barrage. So even if you pulled it from your box, you still made a pretty penny off it. That automatically made your money up. The highest price for it is, I want to say, about $85 for the Zodiac Barrage as of right now. So if you're playing that Zodiac engine in your decks, you have to pay a pretty penny for it. And another one for the Zodiac engine is MX Saber Invoker. I actually have the lowest price real quick for that's kind of hilarious. For the Secret Rare, that's Secret Rare. I think that's Oracle for some reason. $53, $59 for a MX Saber Invoker. I could have got reprinted. At least I think I'm probably wrong on that. Highest is about $65, $70 for an MX Saber Invoker. It keeps on rising up, but overall it's pretty much a standard card for the Zodiac engine in general. And you just one for $90 plus $2.67 for shipping, so it makes it even more expensive. And here's another from Australia, but you have one for $69.99, so it's an expensive card nowadays. Next is Artifact Sanctum, which literally I just found out why this card went up in price. You have one from Japan. Have an English card in Japan for some reason, so I could collect English cards. I can skip that because from Japan it's going to be a little more expensive because of the shipping, but one is like $47.59, $39.99, $50, $53, so it went up in price significantly, and I literally just found out like 5 minutes ago why it went up in price, because I didn't even know this was an engine anymore. I asked Mikey, he was like, yeah, it's an engine, like there's like Zodiacs and all kinds of random shit, and it was kind of great because I thought this thing was only a couple bucks personally until actually doing this, so it's personally kind of fun. So yeah, if you wanted to run this engine, I guess, then go right ahead. Sanctum is back up in price, so if you have some Sanctums lying around someplace and you have no reason to use them, sell them off. Get a pretty penny from them, because why not? You might be able to get a profit off of this card, especially if you bought it when it was only a couple bucks. The Phantom Knight Break Sword, about $45 for the Phantom Knight Break Sword, $42. I've seen stuff around in the upper 30s for Phantom Knight Break Sword. It's a very, very good card in general, so if you have a running 3 deck, I recommend definitely picking it up. I don't think it's going to get a price drop anytime soon, unless it is some reason hit on the ban list. Again, I'm not saying it should, but I'm saying for some reason if it is, the only reason you might see a price drop on it. I feel like it's just going to retain this price around here because it's a good card, but not a broken card nonetheless. So roughly about $35 to $40 for a Phantom Knight Break Sword, maybe a little higher depending on the seller. Daigusto Emerald. Lowest price is about $22, so it's not the wallet breaking. And depending on the deck you are going to be running, depends on how many copies you're going to need. Most will only need to run 1 copy of Daigusto Emerald. But yeah, $22 for the lowest one, because it's about 30, 32. Then you scroll kind of all the way down, you'll see some 39, 39s, and 40, 45 bucks, depending on the rarity as well. The gold rare variant, which is the one up here, that is the Mountain Gold, which is about $22, and then you go down here to like the dual terminal ones, which will basically be more higher in the money. So depending on the rarity, like I always have multiple rarities will kind of go under depend on the price, because the better the rarity usually when it comes to cards like these, the higher the price. Magician's Navigation. It's a pretty kind of fluctuating type of thing. In all reality, it's like $20 for the lowest, really, because it's about $33, $35. There's a Gem Mint Magician Navigation First Edition Secret Rare graded $200. I'm sorry, but I don't even want to pay $200 for a Magician Navigation. That to me is kind of redundant, but that is just me personally. So the highest is about $42, about $42, $43. The highest for Magician Navigation, but you can get it for around $25 to $30. So it's just like that goes to Emerald. It's not really going to break your wallet, so it's fairly cheap. I won't say budget friendly, but fairly cheap. Next to the Solemn Strike, which you can buy now for about $34, $33 depending on which set you got, if there's the original or from the Mega Packs. The Mega Packs is roughly about $35 versus the Solemn Strikes. If I can pass that up real fast. The regular Shadow, which is more expensive, roughly about $50, $55. I always like to have a gauge there for people who are looking for. Here's one for $69.95 if you're willing to pay that much. Personally, I'd rather just go for the cheaper route into the Mega Pack one. Same rarity, same effect, doesn't really matter, just a little bit cheaper and more cost effective if you're trying to get those Solemn Strikes, that playset of Solemn Strikes for your deck at hand. Next up, Maxi. That's actually a pretty cool Orca of Maxi. I'm not gonna lie, it's actually really badass. I actually kind of want to snatch that up just because it looks pretty cool. Maxi is still a very useful card and just like everything with multiple rarities, the rarity kind of dictates the price of the card. Gold rare is roughly $16.39, about $16-17 for the gold rare, which is kind of more common. You have the super rare, which is about $18 to $19, and then you have the secret rare. If I can find the secret rare, that'll be so nice. There's the ultra rare. You can find one for about $25 from the Legendary Collection tip ahead. Where's the secret rare? No, the secret rare is somewhere. Secret rare is about $30 to $35 for a secret rare Maxi. If you want to go for that high-end stuff, if you want to look like a champ with your fashionable Maxis, then go ahead and get your secret rare ones, but you can get them cheaper for the little bit of a lower rarity, which is personally I would go for. Then we have the Zodiac Broad Bull, which is, of course, one of the key cards in the Zodiac deck. Not one, of course, every Zodiac monster in the extra deck is pretty much a key card in the extra deck, because you need at least one of each for the combo to go off. And it's a secret rare. Sorry about that. So, lowest price about $25, $27 seems to be the common asking price for the lowest. And as for the highest price, it actually seems roughly about the same. Maybe max about $30, yeah, about $30 for the max for the Zodiac Broad Bull. So it's roughly around the same price. You can get it from one Malaysia, one for $14.39 if you're looking for that. It's a little cheaper. You just have to pay $30 anyway just to get the actual one, because you have to have an actual English one in order to use the foreign one. So yeah, but yeah, if you want to go that route, you can get it for $14.39. Why not? Next we have Zodiac Trident. Yeah, I do like his name quite a bit. It's actually a pretty cool name, I'm not gonna lie. Lowest price for the Trident is about $24, $25. It's about $25 for a Trident. 27, you can get some for about $30 over here, but it doesn't really exceed $30. At least what I've seen while looking at the price. It stays roughly about $30. So it's not a super expensive card. I expect it to be a little bit more expensive. But it's just like the Bull. It's not completely breaking the wallet expensive, but it's still pricey if you want to play that Zodiac engine. I like it. You don't really need multiples. You only really need one of each. At least that's what I remember from. Then we have That Grass Looks Greener. The most retarded name I can think of. Why couldn't it just be Lawnmower Next Door? That was a better name. Konami, you are bad with names. Lawnmower Next Door. So I'm going to be calling it. Lowest price $22. You see some for $24, $25. It's not really going to be a super expensive card because really no one's playing it outside of like some Infernoid deck, you know, your 60 card Lightorn, Infernoid, Shadow, whatever milling deck you have. So it's not a very sought after card. So it's not going to be super expensive. Nothing really exceeds $30. Maybe a couple of them here or there, but you see one here for $31.46 from Canada, $31.95. From 32, but the most is really going to cost you about $30 for the Lawnmower next door. And it's a good card. I'm not saying it's bad. And then we have Infernoid Devati. I butchered that dearly. I am not sorry. Lowest price is $20.96. You have one for $22.95. Free card Infernoids, of course. It doesn't really exceed $30. Actually, the moment I say that, this thing proves me wrong with $38. Wait, yeah, that's the device. Make sure I didn't read it wrong with the name. So it proved me wrong. $38 right there, but it's roughly around $30. That's like one of those oddball things. Majority of them about 25 to $30, and every once in a while you'll see come across one that's like $37. So yeah, it's not super expensive. And we have Dimensional Denver Dimension Ground. It's a Dimensional Ground. What the hell is wrong with me? Denver Dimension Ground. Lowest price $15. Highest price, scroll down a little bit. One from Canada plays at let's see about Australia. You have one for $20.25, $22.57, and then she's going for different dimensions and stuff. So overall, about $15 for the lowest one, and then maybe about $22 to $25. Roughly about that, but it stays around the same, maybe about $20 for the highest. So about $15-20 for a different dimension ground if you are looking to purchase for your deck, or maybe just for collection purposes. So that is all of the cards that we have right now for stock market. Like I said, we'll have a Fusion Enforcer stock market a little bit later on because, again, I can't do all in one video. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video and hopefully I didn't butcher it too badly. See you guys next video. And yeah, if there's any cards you want to see on stock markets, feel free to put them in the comment section below if you have any questions on prices. So we'll see you guys next time.